Hey everyone, welcome to our Why Plexus informational Zoom. I am Natalie Dolan. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus, and that just means that I have been doing this for some years now, and I have helped a lot of people, and I have learned a lot along the way, and here I am still doing this and making a six-figure income from my phone. I work 90% from my phone. And I'm here tonight with Sabrina Diaz, who is on my team. She's actually a couple levels under me, and she is just promoted to Senior Ruby, which means, I know I'm not going to use a lot of that kind of terminology, but that just means that she has a full-time income and she is going to share more about her story. I don't want to give away all the goodness, but you're going to love Sabrina. You're going to love her story. She inspires every single person that she comes into contact with. And so that's why I was like, you got to do this Zoom with me, girl. We're in this together. So I'll start off a little bit with my story, and then I'm going to pass it off to Sabrina. Okay. So like I said, I'm Natalie Dolan. Just a little bit about me. I have been doing Plexus for 5 years now. And when I started Plexus, it was a heck no for me. I had a friend ask me if I wanted to try and work with her. And I called my best friend, who is now also super successful on my team. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. I'm not one of those people. I would never want to be one of those people. And I was like, oh, I can't believe she asked me that. And, but I started kind of getting, kind of curious after that. I was like, no, I would never do that. And I kind of just wrote it off. But I was like, you know what, but I do care about my health and I'm not feeling great. So I'm going to start on the products. And I got Plexus for myself as a Mother's Day gift. And because we were really living paycheck to paycheck, just absolutely could not afford it. We were on WIC. We were stressed. We were managing our money well. We were doing Dave Ramsey zero-based cash budget every single month. So I knew our finances, there was no wiggle room. We were pushing off an oil change month after month. Like, I hope our car is going to make it because we can't afford the oil change this month. We couldn't do birthday parties for our kids. I remember crying because I couldn't afford to do a third birthday party for my middle son, and it just broke my heart. And so it left me in this place where I just wanted more for my life. And I knew deep down inside that there was some sort of untapped greatness within me. And I knew that if I could at least take a look and see what this was. I've always considered myself to be an open-minded person who would at least take a look. And I'm guessing that if you're on this call, you're one of those people too, who is open-minded and is at least open to taking a look. So the products transformed my health. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but my gut health was a wreck. I had headaches, my hormones were off. I was exhausted. I wanted to nap all the time. I never had the energy to cook dinner or play with my kids. And I was just always sick, and it was always something with my health. And I just figured, at my age, in my mid-20s, back when I started, I should have been feeling so much better. Okay. Even though I had 3 kids, I was still, young, and I knew I could be feeling better, and it changed my health. Our products just absolutely work because the science is there, and we have hundreds of thousands of testimonies that prove that. So that's pretty much just, you can't argue it. It's science. So I was like, okay, you know what? I started thinking about all the people. I knew my mom had gut problems too. And I was like, I was not doing the business, but I still called my mom. I was like, hey, you need to do these products because they're really going to help you. And I've learned so much about them that I really believe in them, which belief is key in this. And we're going to talk more about belief as well. But I was like, okay, you know what? I prayed about it. I was thinking about it a lot, and I was just like, oh, like, I don't want to be with those people, but I just prayed, and I just knew through, I just knew through confirmations that I had to just step out in faith and be brave and put my fear of man to the side and put my pride to the side and help people, because I believed everybody that I knew needed these products and would benefit from these products. Right. So put it out there. And then what do you know? I found out that everybody that I knew really was struggling and really did want better health. Most people wanted that. So, fast forward, pretty soon I got, my first goal was to get my family off of WIC. And by the second month, I had made enough money with Plexus helping people that I no longer had to go to WIC. And that was my biggest goal, because I didn't want to go and use those checks anymore and go to the appointments. I had been on WIC for at least 5 years, somewhere around 5 years. And I was just wanted more for my life. And I just started to believe that there was more for me. And likewise, there's more for you. I was happy with my life. I didn't feel good, but I had a good life, but I knew there was more. I wanted more than just a good life. I wanted an incredible life. So I had a newfound hope for that. I started seeing life differently. And so pretty soon I was making an extra $500 a month, and then an extra 1,000, and then an extra 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and up and up. And now I'm a 6-figure earner with the company, almost making 5 figures a month, which is like insane. It's just, I've learned and put in the work. And I was just talking to somebody in Messenger and about the business opportunity. And she just said, there must be something special about you. Some skill that you have. She was just so open and honest with me. And I was like, I love that. Thank you for just saying that, because I would love to address that. It's not something special about me. I love people. You just have to love people, have integrity, and the willingness to learn. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't even post on social media before I did Plexus. I knew nothing. And so I just knew that I was capable of learning. And I got in front of people like all of y'all on a Zoom call and was like, these are normal people. I started hearing stories of my friends who are homeschooling their 5 kids, making $30,000 a month, because this company is skyrocketing, our products work, and our compensation plan is second to none. And I was like, if these normal people can do it, then so can I. I could do it too. It's just that willingness to learn. So 4.5 years into my business, I became a 6-figure earner and have just continued to grow and grow. And yeah, that's just a little nugget about my business story. I want Sabrina to tell hers too, because it's just so inspiring. But yeah, go ahead and take it away, Sabrina.
Hey guys, well, like Natalie said, and that was a tough act to follow. So she came to this business looking for financial help and health, and I came to this business looking for health and financial health. So mine was just a little bit backwards. So let me just introduce myself. I'm Sabrina. I am a senior Ruby, and I am a military wife. I'm a military wife with 2 beautiful twin little boys. They're 12 years old, and I have a beautiful 8-year-old little girl. I have 2 degrees. I went to college, I graduated. I have an interior design degree and business degree, but as life takes it, I went down a completely different route than I dreamed of in the very beginning of my life. I became a young military wife and stay-at-home mom. And between deployments and unpredictable schedules, and if anybody has ever put their babies into daycare, and you know how expensive that is, multiply that by 2, because we had twins first. And let me tell you, we could not afford that. So I had to put my dreams on the back burner and figure something else out. But don't get me wrong, like Natalie was saying, I love my life. I absolutely love being a stay-at-home mom. I love being a part of my kids' life. I loved every part of it. But I just had this inner drive, this fuel. I wanted to be something more. I was a leader without a team, and I needed to fulfill that. But let me go back to when I was about 18. I had a bad panic attack. And at that time, I was diagnosed with severe panic disorder, anxiety, and depression. And at the time, it wasn't very well known. And I just thought, man, I'm just crazy, right? There just was not a lot of info about it. So I just kind of masked it, hid it away, never really let it, get out of control, as I would say. I medicated myself very much so. And it wasn't until about 3 years ago that it really just snowballed. It snowballed out of control. The deployments were catching up to me. Being a single mom was catching up to me. My husband being in the States but not at home was catching up to me. And I really just became very ill. Not only did I have at the time panic disorder, depression, and anxiety, my body, the stress was eating away my body. And if you really do the research, stress, and they say stress will kill you, it's true. It is so true. So stress had developed and took so much of a toll on my body. I started developing a thyroid disorder called Hashimoto's and a hormone imbalance. So what that was starting to do with me, with the stress, my hair started falling out. I was afraid to leave my house. I was afraid to let my kids out of my sight. And it got so bad at one point, I even started developing a fear of food. And I remember just sitting back and I felt so worthless. I felt so worthless, like I could not provide for my family. I felt like I could not be the mother and wife that I truly, truly was born to be. And I just wanted something different. The rat race was catching up to me and something had to change. And it really all snowballed to my girlfriend was posting about holistic ways of how she was finding peace and treatments. And I've always felt like the pharmaceutical way was the way that I needed to go. And really it wasn't. I was over medicated. I was on so many psych meds that I was not only masked, but I was basically hallucinating. I was on so many meds at one time that I thought, okay, you know what? Before I fill out this disability form, because I had no other way that I thought in my head that I could provide for my family, let me just look into this. I had it printed out. I had it filled out, sitting on my desk, ready to be sent in. But I thought, let me just give this one more chance. I've always went pharmaceutical. Let's try holistic. Best decision I ever made. And I'll tell you why. I reached out to my girlfriend. Never once did she give up on me. She's one of my girlfriends. She loved me from day one. She never cared what I said or what I said I was going through. She just loved me for who I was and just guided me through this process. And she was the one that just introduced me to Plexus. And really, the bottom line is I couldn't come up with a better comeback story if I made it up. My comeback story is better than a best-selling novel off the shelf. It sometimes even doesn't seem real to me, but really, I have come down 100 milligrams of psych meds. I'm healthy. I am a mom and wife. I can travel. I do all the things that I ever wanted to do. And the most amazing thing is that I am making a full-time income now from home. And I never thought that I'd be able to do this. I was the girl 2 years ago that was filing for disability. And now I'm running a team and a business and bringing in a full income from home. And I could never have dreamed to be living like this. And it's just a pure miracle for me. So that's my story in a nutshell. And I'll give it back to Natalie, and we can discuss a little bit further into what Plexus can do for you.
Oh my gosh, girl. Every single time I hear your story, it's so relatable. I mean, we've talked about my own struggle with anxiety and how getting my body into alignment helped so much. And and also just having a purpose, right? Like having something of my own. As a fellow military wife, I sacrificed for years and years for his career and for my kids, and I love my family. They're my priority, but I wanted to
No,
build
no, it's not
something.
ready.
One second.
Let me check.
Okay, so oh goodness, what was I saying? Okay. So as I wanted to build something for myself as a military wife, I knew that I could do that. And so that new purpose and that new passion really helped me thrive in life. And I became a whole different version of myself through personal growth and all of that. But we want to talk more about why Plexus, right? There are so many companies out there, and there are so many different things and different ways that you can make an extra income. But we want to talk about, first of all, since 2020, e-commerce has exploded, right? Our businesses doubled, tripled since then. Our team exploded since then because so many people started having their eyes open to not only one, I need to care about my health. My health needs to be a priority now. Learning so much, the whole country started learning, the whole world started learning so much more about real health. And, our products address all of that, but also job security. People lost their jobs and realized their job isn't as secure as they previously thought. And at this point, people started looking for a backup plan, something that would bring more security to them, right? So that's another big reason why this, like what we're doing, network marketing, is the way of the future and is projected to continue to explode again even this year. So yeah. So do you have anything to say about that, Sabrina?
I do. So yes, I mean, in this last year we had, COVID. Who would have ever imagined what that could do to everybody, right? Your businesses, there's people losing their jobs, businesses going under, and Plexus tripled. So there's really something to say about that. So I just wanted to address, network marketing and what it could do for you. You're at home. It's a safe environment. It's just way more accepted now. People understand what it means to work from home, be your own boss, being on your own timeline. Zoom meetings that were unheard of are now very familiar. Kids even know what they are. But you can work from anywhere. Like, can we touch on that for a second? Like, anywhere. I was on vacation a couple months ago. I was at Universal Studios, and I was able to promote in my company. That is insane. So you don't have to worry about, can I make this into my schedule? Do I have to worry about the commute? Do I have to worry about all the ins and outs of working with, in an environment, in a toxic environment with a boss? You are your own boss, and it is amazing what you have to offer. So network marketing, not only did it triple last year, it is projected to skyrocket again. So right now, if you're interested in getting into network marketing, get in now, folks. Like, this is where it's at. Things, even regular businesses, are now moving over to the internet. The internet is the future. So this is where we want to be, and we want to move forward. So just think, last year, how many times did you, I'm an Amazon junkie. I am. But how many things did you order just online last year? For my family, it has tripled. It has doubled, tripled. My husband, he loves it. But just think how much you're ordering and is being delivered to your house. It is the way of the future. So network marketing is absolutely the way to go.
Well, and the fact of the matter is we are already doing it. When you find a new hairspray you love, you share it with your friends. You found a new natural deodorant that you love, you share that with your friends. If there's a sale going on at y'all's favorite store, you share it with your friends. We are all naturally doing that anyways. And now there's just a way that it can be done. Like it's kind of our mission to show people how to do network marketing, which is such a, taboo word almost. We're trying to make it show people how you can do it in a classy way that isn't sleazy or weird. We don't tell people like that you can just, that it's easy money or whatever. Like, this is a profession and this is a job, and we know how to do it right.
It's hard work. It is hard work. And, at first I was like, well, if I just go into this, maybe I can make a little bit of money, but you get paid for the work that you put in. So if you want to put in a little bit of work, you're going to get a little bit of a paycheck. If you put in a lot of work, you're going to get a much bigger paycheck. So you get what you put in. And it's definitely unheard of, this kind of business. There is no cap. There is literally no cap for what you can earn. You could come into this business today, and by next month, in 30 days, you could earn $1,100 or more. It is literally up to your work ethic and what you can put into this business.
Absolutely. And really, when you start Plexus, you buy a system, right? And our team is actually at the top of the company. This team, the people who invited you, we have on our team, we have a system, a simple system, and lots of support. And what we do works for the modern industry. It just works. And so when you get that, you get this system that we have that is proven, that is recognized by the top of by the company, as we've caught attention. And the company is like, what are you guys doing? Because our system works. Okay. And not only that, it's like kind of like a business in a box. When you start a business, like if you started a brick and mortar business, the chances of you of it succeeding ultimately are really, really low percentage. But with Plexus, you get a research department, you get scientists, you get the shipping department, you get customer service, you get just everything is included. You don't have to have inventory. You don't have to do parties, which doesn't really work anymore anyways. It just works, right? And it's really the way of the future. And not only that, recognition. That is something that is unique and special to this industry, is the recognition that we get. We're always cheering each other on. The company recognizes us and constantly gives us incentives. I've earned cruises, and my car is paid for. I could drive a Lexus, but I chose to keep my boys separated in my Plexus Pacifica. iPads, MacBooks, $2,000 checks, going to Mexico, shopping sprees. I mean, they appreciate us, and that is happening in our real life. Yeah, tell us about your MacBook story.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I am the most spoiled rotten girl, I feel like. And it's amazing, this company. They really just give back to their workers. My MacBook story is, just in December, I asked my husband for Christmas. He said, well, what would you like? And I said, I want a MacBook. And he's like, oh my God, again. And I was like, yes, I've been asking for a MacBook for years. And he was finally like, you know what? Okay, you can have your MacBook. Tell me which one you want. I'll order it and we'll get it for you. And I was like, okay. Well, folks, 2 months later, I won a contest and won a MacBook. And so the MacBook that I had in my mind and envisioned and dreamed about for so long, I now have 2. And it's fantastic. I look at them both every day and I think, man, I waited, and good things, you should wait, be patient and good things will happen. And now I have 2 MacBooks and it's phenomenal. I love it.
I feel you, girl. I got MacBooks and iPads, and it's so cool. It's so cool. So we want to tell you guys, we want to wrap it up pretty soon, but we want to tell you guys the 3 areas that you need to have belief in order to be successful in this business. And those 3 areas are, you need to have belief in the products. You need to have belief in the business model, and you need to have belief in yourself. And if you have those things, then you can be wildly successful. So first of all, having belief in the products. If you're on this call, you might not even be on the products yet, or you might have just started, but you have got to have rock solid belief. And when you look into it and research, and I'm a big researcher, I know Sabrina's a big researcher. We did our research and found that Plexus addresses the root level health concerns of almost all diseases, which go back to blood sugar balance, inflammation, and gut health. And the world knows it now. The world knows it.
Took a while for them to catch up, but they did.
And the thing is, if your belief isn't rock solid in that, you can learn through reading the stories, taking the products yourself, being a product of the product, and doing your own research. Isn't that what you did?
That is exactly what I did. I read as many testimonies as I could. I wanted to hear it from another person's mouth that is what happened. I watched a ton of videos. A ton. I asked for all the videos and all of the testimonies because that is what built my belief. And there's thousands of testimonies of people just healing from the inside out. And that's what got me. I said, okay, that's what I want, because never once did a prescription medication heal me. It masked my problems. And my gut is working. And, funny story, 90% of your serotonin's from your gut. And now I don't have panic attacks. So belief is strong in the products with me.
Very strong, very strong. And when you take them and use them as a tool and teach other people how to do the same, they start having amazing stories. And then it's just stories after stories. And it's almost like I believe everybody needs these products and everybody will benefit from the products. And so how it is my responsibility and my duty to share that with people. I full-heartedly believe that. And so that's, the science is there. When you read books and all of that, like the science is in all of our products. And you can't find any unclean, sketchy ingredients. They're all top of the line. So that's the products, belief in the products, but then belief in network marketing, in the business model. And we already talked about how e-commerce is everything right now, and it's skyrocketing. But, when I started, I didn't know anything super positive about network marketing or, there's so many misconceptions about it, but I started to learn. I started to say, hey, what is this industry about? And I started to read and watch videos and again, look at the testimonies. Like if my friend over here is financially free now while she's homeschooling her kids and she's just normal with good work ethic, then if she can do it, I can do it. And this company is top of the line with our compensation plan. Most companies follow one of 4 types of compensation plans, but Plexus made their own. They don't follow this box model that was created in the past. They made their own. And in fact, they just made it even better. It was already second to none. And now they made it even better and started giving us all more money and gave us all a pay raise, and to make promoting faster, making promoting more doable faster, and just reaching your goals faster. And it just made it more doable for everyone. And that was just like, our company is so generous.
It's exciting. I could not believe when they came out with that new compensation plan. It was always amazing. It was amazing. And then they came out with this and it was like, mic drop. I could not believe that this was the company that we get to work for. And it was just insane. I'm so excited.
And Plexus as a company is debt-free, faith-based, and in the top 30, I believe, network marketing companies of the whole world. And
an A+ business, the BBB rating, it's A+.
A+, and that's hard to get, y'all. And it's because we're just such a high integrity, generous company. And so that's number 2. You need to believe in the in network marketing and the business model and what's possible. Okay. And then number 3 is belief in yourself. And this is probably the number one thing that trips people up. But we have a saying in network marketing, and it's that this is really just a personal growth plan with a compensation plan attached to it. And through this, you are surrounded by this community that's so beautiful and encouraging, and we grow together and we learn together and we overcome our mindset stuff together, and we learn how to believe in ourselves again, how to have confidence again. And we have all this support and community that it's this really beautiful thing that helps you to believe in yourself, that you're capable of something so great. And you have a whole team of people who have your back and cheering you on the whole time.
And this business is for anybody. I have some girls on my team that told me that they were extreme introverts, extreme extroverts. It doesn't matter what gender, it doesn't even matter what background you come from, how educated you are, what level of, schooling you went to. This is for everyone. Like Natalie was saying before, we have systems in place that work. They've been tested and they work. And this is really, if you have any, thought in your mind to wanting to try this business, take that plunge and do it. Because you'll always be wondering what if you don't.
Absolutely. So just know that you can build your belief, and you have the support on this team to get there in all of those levels as you learn while you earn. And that's the beautiful thing. I mean, right now, this month, even if you hop in and you bring 6 of your friends with you, Plexus is going to give you $500. Just bring 6 of your friends with you, $500. I mean, and anybody can do that because we all know that amount of people that need these products. We can all name 6 people we know, and all 6 of them will need the products, and might be looking for extra income themselves. And so it's just a blessing to be able to help people with their health and their finances, and help people believe in themselves and find their purpose and passion and grow beyond what they would have ever grown had they never gotten involved with this. I don't think I would be the woman I am. I know I would not be the woman I am today if it wasn't for all the refining I've gone through, and the growth and the community, and just iron sharpening iron, and us just going up together. And so I am forever thankful. And I'm so thankful for everybody that hopped on the call and just heard us out. And I know there are going to be some people on this call that catch the vision and just run with it. And I just want to say that if that's you, go to the person that invited you and just let them know what you thought about this, what you related to most. And if you're feeling really brave, then go ahead and let them know what kind of scares you about this, and just have a conversation with them and really dig a little bit deeper, because we're here to support you. So any closing words, Sabrina?
Just do it. Just go ahead, push through it. It took me a whole year, and that's the only thing I ever regretted, was waiting so long. So don't be me. Don't regret your decision. Jump in now while you have a chance and while we're exploding, and you're going to love it. This opportunity is such a blessing.
Absolutely. Thank you all who hopped on, and get with the person that invited you and let them know you were on here, so that we can enter you to win these awesome prizes that we are sending out. So thank you all for your time.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night.